being stuck in a quarantine in Los Angeles. I guess there's worse places in the world that you could be stuck, but it's been a very weird experience. I would say there's two good things for myself that have come out of it. Number one, I've been able to focus in on some music and really just hammer down and get a bunch of material together with a few of my friends. So that's been a lot of fun. Over the last maybe 2 months, 3 months, on my days off, I'll go to any kind of secondhand store in my neighborhood and just browse through all the Blu-rays and the DVDs. People do not want this shit anymore. For the most part, people are streaming everything. Like, I do stream some stuff. I watch some Netflix. I just finished Tiger King. And I watch a lot of YouTube as well, but I've been trying to kind of limit my amount of YouTube. So I've been going out and buying everybody's old Blu-rays and DVDs, and I've come across some gold. Now it's just been, since I'm sitting around half the time, I'm just going through and just burning through and watching or rewatching a lot of these movies. I mean, I'm just gonna show you some of the stuff that I've found over the past couple of months. I'm thankful that I have it now, especially in the situation that we're in. Let's just go through some of this stuff. And I recommend the majority of these movies. A lot of these you've probably already seen, but they're also like really good rewatchable movies as well. So one day, I went into this store called LA Road in my neighborhood, and somebody dropped off their entire Quentin Tarantino collection. 12 years old, my mom took me to see Pulp Fiction, and it changed everything. I then found Reservoir Dogs. These are two of my favorite all-time movies. But yeah, found these. I think they were like $2 a piece or something. Also found Inglourious Bastards as well. I couldn't believe some of the stuff that I was finding at these thrift stores. Now, I think that those three movies are streaming somewhere, whether it be Netflix or Hulu or whatever. There's also a store that I go to in Burbank. It's called Atomic Records, and I picked up Drive for what, $5. Drive's dope. If you haven't seen that one, or I know it's like they're completely different movies, but Baby Driver is another one that you should check out as well. Also, Her with Joaquin Phoenix. I thought this movie was great. It was weird. It's like a future that probably won't happen, and I thought that Chris Pratt kind of stole the show. So I busted out this the other day. I've owned this for a while, but I was in Long Beach farting around and I found a copy of Dr. Sleep. I actually let Woody borrow it, but I watched The Shining and then I watched Dr. Sleep. But if you haven't seen Dr. Sleep, is it The Shining? No. The Shining, in a lot of respects, is a masterpiece. But Dr. Sleep was a really fun, cool horror movie, and I can't believe I slept on that thing. No Country for Old Men is a Coen Brothers movie. I found this, same thing, like $2. You can find all this shit, $2, $3. It's amazing what people are getting rid of. Now, I bought this, so I bought it like, I think probably, I don't know, 3 months ago. And I just watched it again the other night. I probably watched it like 6 times since I got it. I can't believe that I found this for $3 at a Goodwill. The first time I saw it, my buddy was like pretty not stoked on it, so I didn't have any expectations, and I understood it was gonna be a long one, but it was fucking great. Full Metal Jacket, another Kubrick classic. So good. I watched that the other night with the actor's commentary. It was cool. Vincent D'Onofrio was talking about how one scene in particular in that movie, if you haven't seen it, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about, but he was talking about how that scene really encapsulates his entire career. Army of Darkness, I just watched all the special features and watched this last night. Bruce Campbell is a genius. Sam Raimi too. Django Unchained. I must have got to LA Road when somebody dropped off their entire Tarantino collection. So I didn't find this at a thrift store. I actually bought this on eBay about, I would say about a year ago, but Windy City Heat, you probably can't see what it says because there's a bunch of writing on it. I got the cast to sign it at an episode of Kill Tony a few months back, but Windy City Heat, the whole thing's on YouTube. It's basically a practical joke on Perry Caravello, the guy in the middle. It's a trip. I don't think that he really knew what's going on. It's hard to tell, looking back on it now, how somebody could be so stupid, but the whole Don Barris Big Three, yeah, like I said, it's on YouTube, the whole thing. Another great YouTube, it's a documentary, but another great YouTube documentary that's out right now is Always Amazing. It's a documentary about the amazing Jonathan, who was a magician, stand-up comic. He's still doing his thing now, but he was really successful in the late 80s, early 90s. I thought he was a genius when I was a kid. I'm gonna leave a link down to that below as well, along with Windy City Heat, just so you guys can check these movies out. They're free. and they're awesome. Yeah, Trading Places. Holy shit, this is definitely a product of the early 80s. If you guys have seen this movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. If not, I'm not sure if the younger kids would really appreciate this movie, especially because of the verbiage used. I don't think it's a movie that would come out now, but it is a cool movie. It's a ridiculous premise, but I mean, how can you go wrong? It's got Eddie Murphy in it. So I found this copy of True Romance. Tarantino wrote this movie, and he also wrote Natural Born Killers before he did Reservoir Dogs. I think it was kind of like they didn't want to let him direct movies quite then, and so he was writing a bunch of stuff. I haven't taken this out of the package yet. I'm going to watch this probably in the next couple of days. But from what I remember, it was pretty cool. Patricia Arquette, I got a chance to meet her down the street from where I live. It was such a cool encounter. She's a really sweet person. I found this for another $2. Goodfellas and Heat. I mean, Heat's a cool movie. It's a Michael Mann movie, and it's great because it's really like, you can see a lot of Los Angeles in the movie and how much it's changed. The ending scene of Heat is awesome, and I mean, Goodfellas is another classic. What About Bob was a movie that I saw when I was a kid with George in the theater, and yeah, it's probably still one of my top 5 comedies of all time. Planet of the Apes, gotta love it. This is the original Charlton Heston one, but I picked this up the other day for like a couple bucks. Tropic Thunder, yeah, what a trippy movie. I would love to see more movies that are in this vein and just they're taking the fucking chances that this movie took. It was great. Jack Black playing the drug addict was so fun. And Robert Downey Jr. playing the dude that's playing a dude. Creepshow, bought this for $1 or something like that the other day. It's whatever. Yeah, $2.99, American Splendor. It has the people that are the real people in the movie as well, and it kind of flops back and forth between them and then the actors. It's a really well put together movie. Nacho Libre, I got this for $2. I haven't watched this yet. It's still in the package, but I've seen Nacho Libre a bunch of times. I love that movie. Boondock Saints, I bought this $1.99. It wasn't worth 50 cents. I never liked that movie. I know people did like it, but I don't know. I feel like Troy Duffy, the guy who wrote it, the documentary about him writing that movie is better. And last but not least, Four Rooms, Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez, and there was 2 other girls who directed other chunks of this movie. Yeah, fantastic. Tim Roth, his performance in this flick is so funny. It's so over the top and ridiculous. But, you know, I don't understand why people don't want Blu-rays and DVDs. I know it's like things that are taking up space, but it's really not that much space. Think about it. I have these bins and I just pull them out and dig through them. It's fun. And like, I mean, streaming, I feel like I end up like scrolling through so much shit and never landing on anything. But yeah, I think for that stack of movies, I probably paid under, I don't know, probably under like $50, including the ones that I bought new. What have you been doing locked up? Let me know what some of your favorite things to watch right now are. I know I'm going to probably end up watching Breaking Bad pretty soon again, and maybe even Sons of Anarchy, because that's a fun one. But what are you guys watching? Let me know, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't really have any plans on doing any more YouTube videos, but I thought it would be kind of fun to share. Since I've been watching so many movies, I thought it'd be kind of fun to share like just exactly what I've been watching, because it's been like a fun marathon. All right, hope you guys are staying safe and washing your hands and trying to make the best of being out of work. It's a weird time. All right, guys, goodbye.